picking it up. It is picking it up. So, there we go. Load into game 1 on Ruby Rock. Probably need a spoiler screen for this. But as we load into Ruby Rock, a very macro-oriented map is a very good map. And up here in the top left, representing Team Vanguard, it is Beast. And down here in the bottom right, with the blue command center, it is representing Insane Master Killers, it is Boreau. It's going to be a relatively standard opener for both players. PvT generally gonna not spice up until about the 4 or 5 minute mark, where we start to see a variation between Cloak Banshees, Liberators, SCV pulls, or any other manner of silly things that comes out in PvT. It's going to be a Pylon Scout or Beast, which is a little strange unless he scouted that he was going to be proxy, which is entirely possible. And a Supply Depot Scout. Maybe it's a proxy. Where does this go? Ah, he's headed over here. So it is going to be a Depot Scout for Boreau, Island Scout for Beast. And this probe, will it get the SCV? Oh, it's going to get the SCV and it's got to get out. Oh my god. That is illegal. What is this? Oh my god. He's gonna come in, he's gonna count the gases. He's gonna see SCVs mining off of one gas, and he's gonna confirm that it is one gas. It's probably not gonna be any aggression coming out very quickly here for our blue Terran. And it is going to be a War Before Nexus. Very safe opener against Reaper. Although it is a Marine first for war. Yeah, I didn't say anything. Bunker on the low ground, CC on the low ground. On the other side of the map, it is going to be an Adept firing up for Beast. Nexus is about 3/4 of the way done. We're going to be settling ourselves into a mid-game in which both players are, so far, only one SCV has been killed. But other than that, not much has happened. Both players just feeling the other one out, seeing what's going on. Each other's builds, as the second guess is probably going to be started up here very soon for Boreau. Depth shading across. Going to be seeing that she's going to be put to good use to make sure that this Terran is completely honest. Maybe might try to snipe this SCV. Oh, he's going to snipe it. Oh my god, he's going to snipe it. Delaying the CC even further, and then he's going to shade out. Or maybe not. Second Adept coming out here. I mean, if these two Marines cannot take this down, this is just so nasty for Boreau. I do not envy him this position. These two Adepts are going to cause so much ruckus in the mineral line. Up in the main base, the suggestion has started. Second and third barracks has finished up, as well as the engineering bay. Probably going to be seeing +1 standing combat shields very soon here. As over here on the other side of the map, we have the robotics facility. We have 2 gateways in the wall up in the main base. Blink is about halfway done, and there's another pylon coming down, preventing supply block for Beast at 41-46. These two Adepts, having gotten what they wanted to get done, the two SCVs that went down in order to accomplish this, is absolutely going to be a massive boom towards the mid-game here. As these two Adepts shade in, find the wall completely lifted, and it is going to be a 3 racks for Boreau. On the other side of the map, it is going to be a third base coming up. starting just now. Blink Blink very close to being done. 3-gate Blink for Beast, and he's going to be able to hold this 3 racks with very little problems. He finishes the Shade on the low health of death, and it's probably going to get picked off here soon if he's no one's going to show his. Oh, now Beast has got to know something's going on. That many Marines that early on, and no sign of any follow-up tech. The factory only halfway done at this particular point in time. He's okay. He knows what's going on. He's placing down a battery. He's placing down a second pylon to power that battery, as well as a second battery over here, just outside the natural. Up here in the main base, a fourth gateway and another pylon coming down, and meanwhile in the natural, a gas is coming up. On the other side of the map, these stalkers are pressuring. However, not going to be able to get a whole lot done. So for those of you who got items, as Observer's going to get gunned down, but not before it finds out exactly what's going on. Zealot's on the way, his charge just starting up. I think Beast is going to be able to hold this. It's going to have to kite very well across the map, though, and that is going to be tough in and of itself. Supply block for Boreau. He has a supply depot halfway done, and the supply block comes in to quite solve that problem. 54 or 54. He's going to be supply blocked a long time as his starboard begins to finish up. Concussive on the way. And there's going to be a swap on the add-ons. Probably going to be seeing a couple of medevacs coming up here for Boreau on the other side of the map. Charges get inching that much closer to done. This 3 racks. This is the type of build that either you get a third CC or you apply as much damage as possible. And seeing as it's going to be a tech follow-up for our Terran in blue, he's going to be definitely fighting on the back foot as the economy for Beast is absolutely rocketing. 29 SCVs to 52. Even mules can't make that up. Up here in the main base, a robotics bay is done. Going to be seeing a Colossus starting up here as 2 more gates are added and 2 more pylons are on the way. Battery in the main is going to keep the mineral line safe, basically against any sort of drop. That's not an 8 Marine committed drop. Colossus about halfway done on the other side of the map. These stalkers are walking in. They're going to be poking in just a bit. And the 2 foot stalkers are saying, no balls, bro, you will walk into the Terran Natural. And he does, in fact, walk into the Natural, get absolutely blasted by a couple of Marauders and Marines before backing off for a little bit. And he's like, come on, man, not cool. Well, push out coming out for Beast. He's going to catch these stalkers. He's going to get 2 before Beast reacts and blinks away. However, that's going to buy enough time for this Colossus to get out. This is absolutely not a position that you want to be in as Boreau. Colossus finishing up heavy Marine count. So this Colossus is going to go ham, and especially if the second Colossus comes out, he's going to be one-shotting these Marines. The 4th base is starting out just now as Boreau is rotating towards the top. And is going to be pressuring this 4th base, and the Observer, ever there, watching, gently saying, yes, Terran, do it, Daddy Terran. All of a sudden, this is just really bad, as the move command is absolutely going to be brutal here. Mine's going to be going crazy. He's not going to splash all over the bio. However, this is a horrific fight for Boreau, and Beast has got to be happy with what he got done here, as Boreau is going to get out with 1 medevac drop, and behind this, he just doesn't have an army. Beast can just steamroll this. He can just A-move, roll, win, and this is going to be done and dusted here for this game number 1. SCVs are pulled, medevac is rotating around to drop at the ramp as it is rifled at the entrance to the main. At the entrance of Naturals, another stem comes down. More SCVs are. Oh, no more SCVs, more Zealots. The other S word. And this Natural is going to die. You can't save it. As it goes down, it's pretty much going to cement that even if Boreau defends this, and he is not, he's going to have 1. Number 2. On an Old Republic, no less. A very decently long map. However, there are some advantages Terran can exploit towards the late game in TVP. But we'll see if he's able to take advantage of this. Is up here in the top right, looking to defend his 1-0 lead It is representing Vanguard. It is Beast. Vanguard of Protoss. The Akundalon, tip of the spear. Going up against, down here in the bottom right, representing the Insane Master Killers, the very grounded Terran, it is Boreau. The Terrans, very practical, very innovative, but also very unga-bunga. Not like a refined Zerg. Ooh. As it is going to be a no scout from Boreau. Well, no scout so far. It is a gas first. SCV production going on the way. Barracks just now starting up. Probe is going to be harassing this SCV, going to try to stop the production on the barracks for at least for a little bit. Maybe might even get a few more hits off on that SCV, but I suspect Boreau is going to be able to defend it very well. Yeah, we almost finished. Probably going to be seeing a core coming up here soon, as this probe is just circling around, counting the gases. Sees two gases, is probably going to either suspect tech or aggression from Boreau. Cyber core coming down. Nexus probably going to be following up here soon. Reaper on the way, as opposed to the start of the previous game. And this probe gonna run up here, throw a rock at this supply depot, yell bad names at the Terran, and go off onto the side of the map. Natural coming up, Pylon coming up. All in all, it is just a very standard PvP. Maybe a factory. Halfway done here at full Boreau. Change of pace from the first game. This probe who bravely yelled bad names to the Terran is going to be coming back. Looking to mine this gas from all the way on the other side of the map as this Cybercore finishes up. Adept is almost finished. And, you know a Protoss has seen pain when, you see this round. Any of you have watched that Winter Shore where he gets his stalker stuck in the wall? Just couldn't get it out. I just looked at it while an adept shaded by. Oh, if you've played Protoss, you probably know the pain anyway. The battery is in front of the natural. This is an attack that is going to be coming out here soon for Boreau with the 3 Reaper 2 Hellion. And it is not going to be able to get the damage it wants to get done. Especially with the Sentry. Especially with the Stalker almost finished here for Beast. And the Phoenix scouting everything is just going to be nasty, man. Already, attack coming out. There's going to be a 2-gate blink for Beast. Probably looking to get that faster third here. There's 2 Hellions, 3 Reapers just posture around. Gonna poke in a bit to see what's going on. And he is going to lose a Hellion to find out that force is tracking very solid. Grenade on the low ground, looking to blow up them minerals. If I can't have them, nobody can. This is the Terran as the CC finishes up. Orbital is on the way onto that. And it's going to be double burn. Second barracks and third barracks coming up here. Not yet any starport, and that is going to be starting up just now. It is going to be a 3-1-1 for our Terran player. And this is just going to be a lot of dead units. I see dead units. And all of the units. I thought a Reaper was going to get out there, but unfortunately that one Stalker wasn't having any of it. The third starts up for Beast, as the natural is just now coming down for Boreau. There's a 13 worker lead for Beast, which is going to very much color what happens in this game. Up here in the main base, we got a Widowmine looking to catch any potential stragglers. SCV on the smoke break. Look at that little guy. Fucking workers' unions or some shit. SCV production gonna pick up here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, charge starts up in the main base. We've got +1 on the way, and we've got 2 more gates. This guy ain't going gateway, man. He's got a robo. He could also throw down a robo. It's going to be Templar Archives as the splash of choice. Observer going to be coming up into the main base, going to see exactly what's going on with this tank. Force Stalker is going to blink up into the main, going to snipe this tech lab, but they're not going to snipe the tank before it finishes up as gonna need a tank shot here is the Stalkers. Charge, 2/3 of the way done, up in the main base, +1 halfway done. We're settling into a relatively even position. However, I suspect that with the current position as it is, Boreau is probably going to try to go for an attack, especially seeing as he has 2 tanks, medevac. He's got 1 hell of an advantage here. 3 Stalkers outside the third are going to slow down any attempts to expand as SCVs are being pulled right under the Observer as the Observer gets sniped. This exhibition is for it's going to cost you $20. Any further, it's going to cost you a further another $20. That Observer just said, "But I ain't got $20. Too fangin' bad." They scan down, snipe him as he tries to cloak and get away. As his brother Observer feels him in the collar, and is like, "No!" On the other side of them, on the plus side, there might not be much of a plus side, but the storm finishing absolutely amazing. The storm comes down on all of the High Templar, and that storm kills his own High Templar. However, I believe that this is still going to be fine for Boreau to continue this push, as he does have a significant advantage, unless these siege tanks get jumped on, and he's going to target down the Big Daddy Immortal as the Zealot Warpins trickling in are going to get the cleanup and forces Boreau back. Already an uncomfortable position for Boreau is going to be made doubly uncomfortable as it is 19 workers to 58. You know, mules are strong, but I don't think they're going to be that strong. Worker transfer coming out of Beast as a second Immortal finishes up. First Big Daddy Immortal, of course, going down to the bio. +2 on the way. I think this is going to be done and dusted. Already a double medevac drop coming around to the right side here. We're going to drop into the natural as the army starts to push out towards the front. And this Observer, remembering its first Observer brethren, is going to be looking across and saying, "You bastards, I did not believe you would do that." And of course, an attempt to leave a bunch of stress. These rocks are going to be the unfortunate victim of a bunch of Punisher grenades. 4th base coming up for our Red Paradox player. In the main base, there are a few more pylons, as well as a robotics bay. It's going to be a Colossus follow-up, potentially disruptors. Who wants to go bold? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probe's going to be going down here as a storm comes down, and it seems to mostly just damage the Stalkers. Sorry about that, I came on with is absolutely avant-garde. Just a fancy way of saying it's absolutely terrible. We do have an Archon here for a Beast, and with no ghosts. Even on the way. Not even a Ghost Academy. I think if Beast pushes across right now, he is ultra ahead. +1 attack advantage, +2 about to make itself very readily known. Up here in the main base, there's no engineering bay for our Terran. There's nothing here going for our Terran. As this, oh my god, that full medevac going down is absolutely going to put the nails in the coffin here as a push is going to be coming across. Beast! letting out a bestial roar, going to be heading out across the map as the drop comes in from the backside. Probes are going to be pulling onto a lot of it. Probes are going to be going down, and this drop is going to prevent this Colossus from coming out. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it is absolute chaos here. But it is chaos that's rapidly settling down as the attack for Beast is as inexorable as it always was. SCVs are going to be pulled here. Boreau making a valiant last stand, but unfortunately just doesn't have enough. So he's going to be forced to GG out. Beast. Make a comeback here. He's up here on the top right of Tourmaline, a very short map. We'll see if his defense can hold out. Representing Vanguard with the red Protoss Nexus, it is going to be Beast. Down here in the bottom left, representing the Insane Master Killers, playing the Brave Terran, it is Boreau. Be a Reaper wall off over here. We'll see what shenanigans Boreau wants to pull up here. Standard opener here. Barracks coming down on the other side of the map. Gateway also coming down. Scout coming across. 4 Beast. It's gonna get some harassment done on this SCV. This SCV is very close to calling HR, but fortunately, the other SCVs say, "Don't worry about it, bro. We got you." Pushes that probe away. After the perp scouts that it is in fact going to be a double gas, maybe some aggression going to be coming out here for our Terran player. Would you look at that? Reaper first. Going to be a Nexus before core. Off of a double gas opener. The balls on that Protoss. We just see a Reaper get canceled. That was a Reaper getting canceled, right? There's no Reaper. There's no Reaper. Marine comes out. It's going to be Marine to Reactor. No natural base on the horizon just yet. As a Reactor is going to be coming up here. SCV hugging the far right side of the map, looking to maybe proxy a starport here. The natural is almost done. I can't believe Beast is going to get away with that. 1 4X and this man topples. Especially with builds like these. But this man knows his stuff, and he's going to be coming out with this Sentry. I should probably say build like these. Or build like this. No plural. Just a singular. A build like this definitely topples to heavily committed aggression. So the fact that Beast is going for this tells me that I think he scouted Boreau. I think he knows what's coming for him. Maybe they encountered each other on ladder a couple times, and this is a rehash of what normally goes down. As it is going to be a Cyclone opener, it's going to be a starport with a tech lab coming up, maybe looking to see some Banshees, maybe looking to see some Ravens here. As the second Cyclone is on the way, more Marines are on the way, Supply Depot is finishing up here, and it is going to be a heavy committed aggression. I suspect there's going to be a SCV pull here for Boreau, as Blink is on the way, 2 more gateway, wait, 1 more gateway. It's going to be 3-gate Blink, a robotics facility well on the way. Warp gate almost done. This is just ugly. An ugly situation to be in if Blink finishes. And if Blink doesn't finish, it's gonna be really difficult. Or maybe not, because there's no stim. Boreau's gonna get... Boreau's gonna have a hard time. Wait a minute. Spidey sense on Beast. He is going to deny Boreau. Deny Cloak, however... This Stalker's gonna be like, bruh, get out of here. Does a Stalker in a Sentry beat a Banshee? Battery at the wall is pretty much gonna ensure the safety of all these Stalkers. And this is just gonna be a lot of damage being done. Oh my god, auto repair. Absolutely doing a number. It's gonna be slowing down the repair on the Cyclone as you can pull back here for Beast. However, it's going to be enough. These two Stalkers are absolutely doing a lot of damage. First Cyclone goes down, but another Cyclone quickly comes in to replace it. 16, 18 probes go down. If Boreau goes back now and builds a CC, he would have to kill this base. Second Banshee finishes up. He has to go into the natural. Deal as much damage as possible. He can't lose this Cyclone when it is in fact going to go down. So this might actually end up being a hold at the end of the day, is that more probes are being pulled into this. Cyclone is getting a lot of damage done to it. However, only one SCV is repairing, meaning that the damage on this is going to be heavy as the batteries finish up. I believe this is going to be a hold, as it is 12 workers of Beast to 24. Now 22, probably going to rapidly become 18. On the other side of the map, there's going to be a re-rally back, as this starport is going to be just sitting there. Carbot Star coming up there. Very adorable little thing. It's going to be another Cyclone, going to be swapping into Siege Team production. There's another barracks on the way. Double Marine. And these Stalkers are going to be looking to push across the map here. But I don't believe they're going to be before the Siege Team finish up, so that's going to buy time for Beast here with his scouting information. He's going to know exactly what's going to be coming next. The first shot comes off, throws a couple of rocks at the supply depot, yells some profanity at the Terran, and then he goes off on out of there. He realizes he doesn't have to push in, he just needs to survive. There is no other CC coming up here, but I don't think he knows that yet. These 6 Stalkers move around the map, but with the 2 Nexus set up for Beast here, it's going to take the worker lead yet again. And Boreau's maintaining an army supply lead, however, it is not as stark as it once was. As these 6 Stalkers are going to try to pick off what they can, they're going to pick off 2 Marines, going to blink away. They're just going to start picking off SCVs, it's going to force Boreau to micro these SCVs back, and he's going to pick off yet another SCV, going to pick off another Marine. He's just going to force a siege up here. It is Beast, and he's just going to slow this down. Charge on the way. Every second here is precious for both players. The faster that Boreau can get across the map, the faster he can get sieged up outside the natural and start putting down some damage. The more seconds that Beast can delay the siege up at his natural, the more that Beast is going to have charge, the more zealots are going to be there, and the more easily he is going to be able to defend. In a game of seconds, you really don't want to be pulling back here as Boreau, and it is unfortunately going to be forced back. As looks like Beast is going to take this game well in this best of 5. Both siege tanks getting loaded up, taken back. Over here, there's nothing more going for Boreau. Beast is free to take his third base, and he is going to be taking down the starport, setting back the tech even further of Boreau. As a Dark Shrine is coming up, this man ain't behind, but he's throwing down a Dark Shrine because he knows what's up. And he knows that there's going to be no Raven, there's only going to be one scan, and no one knows where that scan's going to be coming down. And then especially if he splits up the DTs, just sends one in. I mean, he could do a little bit of fancy micro where he splashes the DT to death, but that's just not in the books for him. As he is going to once more take the army supply lead and then lose it in the same sentence, unfortunately. He is just that far down, he's that desperate. This is the third SCV pull. He is down in the dumps and he got scouted. Boreau here getting absolutely nothing going for him in this particular best of 5. Dark Templar warps in into the main. A scan did come down to kill the observer, and this is just a lot of step, no step. These DTs are just going to go absolutely ham. Starter step micro is going to up the line. He's going to have the visible army for the most part, unfortunately. Invisible army is going to be the one that saves the visible army. Unfortunately, goes down 3-0 in this best of 5.